to read 6 poems. They're all quite short. I'm telling you that because sometimes when I go to a reading, the words I really like to hear are for my last poem I will, or I'm going to end with. So you can be counting on your fingers and she's nearly finished. Right. At my age, lots of things matter to me. And perhaps Timor Mortis is one of them. So I'm going to begin with a couple of poems about people who close to me who died. I'm going to end with one, but in between I might raise it a bit. The first one is a poem I wrote when my mother-in-law died 20 years ago. She was a Derry woman, a very feisty, determined Derry woman who, when she was told that she had cancer and it was inoperable, but she could live for another couple of years, decided to die and died within a week. But that was her. And the poem is called For Granny J. Early November, in the dark of the moon, whenever winds come stealing from the west, then the eels go back into the Sargasso Sea. That's what they say, the fishermen at Toome. Late October, we felt that wind swaddle the room where you lay happed, blind with intensity, a clamour in your blood to go. You slipped from our clutches, vexing our grasp, betraying us once and for all. This moon pool was urgent. You cut through the roots, a frisson of freedom, a flick, you were gone in spite of our praying, setting us adrift without star, chart, sextant. Lost ones, lonely ones, keen for reality. Our only comfort lies in the seamless sea. And the next one was written actually before he died. It was a request from someone, some of you may know, he was a great frequenter of Sandinos, James Hofer.
Yeah.
And he asked me to write a poem for him before he died. And this is what it is. Okay? As far as it goes. Imbok. At the end of this short day, candles come into their own. Steady, slight, they waver only when our stories flare out. And with green rushes underfoot, we'll imagine evening stretching to the farthest shore, and voices chorusing, and we remembering. Baltana. In the hieroglyphs you drew, my name began with an owl and a mouth. I wanted words of wisdom, as we sat balancing our days, folding away our memories, linen fresh from the hedge, that scents it with the whitethorn that ghosts the late spring night. Lunasa. Flames leap, lady assumed into heaven, whatever that means, however she did it, if she did it. Your face in the firelight contorts and you ask, how will I know I am dead? Samhain. There's a wild wind in the trees tonight, spirits tearing through the mesh of time, freeing us into litanies of being. So put the fat bottle on the table, 3 swallows, a golden glow. We'll have a rosiner before we go. And this one's called Endings, and it's actually an imaginary dialogue with James. And the first verse is true. It was a shock when the motorcyclist called out, hit the hedge, Grandma. So you haven't seen the way the road is taken, or its final twist. You've gone further, no more. I've put down spreading roots that will hurt to tear. I said I'd hug you, but my arms aren't long enough to circle your dreams. Dreams tear too. Mithra will judge their truth, balancing fitness and failure. As death approaches, these things don't seem to matter. God will know his own. And the next 2 are kind of love poems. Old love. When I hear the pock-pock of a snail shell knocked by a hopeful thrush upon a stone, or see you tracing the fluting of a bird bone, I sense the hidden things that you don't tell. Soul secrets, deep as water and as still. I'll douse for them with wiles I've made my own, and pull them to the surface one by one, caressing to alleviate their chill. So come now, tell me soft that all is well. We still can tread a measure eye to eye, and learn with certainty to read one sign of a finite eternity. the bell, flinging its tongue in brazen symmetry around the broken syllables of time. Reliving. Don't tell me things, don't name them. I know before you tell me. That sudden lift of wings, seabirds declining the shore. The bone rattles our reeds, the beat of our retreat. The heart is a muscle that can atrophy if unused. Jealousy is blind burning and is for the young. Tears wash the eyes kindly. Peace is alone. Mornings open days, afternoons linger. When thoughts are slippery fish in my muddied brain, I need you then to name my world. And for my last poem, it's called Thus, and it was written after Seamus Heaney died, and he was a great supporter of my writing over the years. Thus, we take the sky for granted. Under it we dance in time, holding hands, holding together, craning and reading the signs. We have learned to know the sky, cloud runes and lightning notes, whiteouts and heat haze, starling swarm and jet scroll. We quicken when the wind blows and tautens the tent of air. But what desolation when a sudden split rent that air, tore stays away, so at the back of our heads, reflected in dark water, an imminent universe ravels in silence. Thank you.